Today is Monday, the 9th of December, 2024. We're already in the last phase of the year, having just a couple of weeks left to trade before 2024 runs out. Morning, Madam Monaji, morning, Ifyo Kunama, morning, Elijah, Usman, Modelo, and others. So NFP came out last Friday, and the data came out, with some kind of little conflict. Bad for unemployment rate, but good for employment change and average hourly earning. So initially, there was this movement in the direction of the dollar, and then later on, the thing, kind of moved the other way. So the dollar is still in an indecisive state, let me put it that way, though we'll look at the charts to see where the potential direction will be for this week. But then before we do all that, let's look first at the fundamentals for the week. Because of time, we'll look at the very important ones, which might have a tradable potential. So we start with the first one. Today, Monday, we really don't have any tradable one today. And tomorrow, Tuesday, there'll be cash rate from Australia by 4:30 a.m. It's going to be followed simultaneously with the RBA statement and the RBA press conference by 5:30 a.m. So volatility is expected on the AUD tomorrow. On Wednesday, there'll be CPI, core CPI, CPI yearly, from the United States, which we will likely trade live, just like we traded the NFP. And to be followed by the CAD, Bank of Canada rate statements and overnight rate by 3:45 p.m. and Bank of Canada press conference by 4:30 p.m. So we expect a lot of volatility on Wednesday, both from the United States and Canada. And on Thursday, there'll be employment change and unemployment rate from Australia by 1:30 a.m. So that's Australia's version of NFP is coming up by 1:30 a.m. Nigerian time. And other important events for Thursday, we have by 2:15 p.m. there'll be main refinancing rate and monetary policy statement from the Eurozone. That is expected to bring some volatility on the euro. And by 2:30 p.m. on Thursday, there'll be the core PPI and PPI and unemployment claims from the United States. That is expected to give us some tradable movement on the United States dollar. And Friday, 8 a.m., just one event, we have the GDP. So these are the events that are tradable for this week. So we can put our attention on these specific news events to trade. And it will also help us, if you have a live trade, to monitor your trade. So I'll switch over now to my MetaTrader to look at the setup we have for today. Oh, sorry, yeah, today and also partly the week. I believe you will have seen that I've switched over now to MetaTrader. All right, so due to the effect of the NFP last week, initially we were having a head and shoulder pattern, which was expected to trigger a massive bearish movement on the dollar. That was the initial projection. But due to the fact that the data came out not 100% in line with our expectation, yeah, it was good enough for trading. I mean, for those who traded live, you discovered that it was very tradable and people made money trading it. But then towards the end of the day, there was a kind of a retracement in the direction. Now, this is what is happening to the dollar. The market closed on Friday with dollar USD forming a rejection candle on a previous resistance level. So that tells us that this week, at least today, we are expecting a bullish movement on the dollar, on the USD. And if we move down to the 1 hour time frame, this is what we have. We have an inverse head and shoulder formed on the USD which is expected to trigger a bullish movement. Now, price has clearly broken out above the neckline. You can see the neckline zone. That's what I've drawn. So we expect a further bullish push, a bullish pressure. Jami Olubodun, how was the NFP live? It was profitable now. NFP was profitable. And that shows it didn't trade it. Jami, NFP was profitable. So price has broken the neckline of the inverse head and shoulder. And we expect a further bullish movement on the USD CHF. So you're going to enter a buy trade. This one is a signal now on the USD CHF. Just take one profit. Don't worry, I'll drop the take profit for you. Okay, this is just like a 19 pip. Yeah, the 19 pip is still something. Though it's possible it may go higher than that, but let's just be on the safe side. And we have our stop loss below this region here. Please mute your device as you are joining the class. Yeah, I'm doing that. I'm doing that straight away, Mr. Ifyok. All right, so you're going to buy USD CHF at the current market price. Buy USD CHF at CMP. TP will be 0.88241 and the stop loss at 0.87864. All right, so I'll drop that right now. So check the comment section. I just dropped the signal there for USD CHF. And for those in the other groups, I'm dropping, for those in the further group, I'm dropping for funded too. Just a second, please. All right, so that's it. I just dropped a signal for USD CHF. You enter at the current market price, take profit at Fibonacci 78.6, which is 0.88241, and stop loss some pips below Fibonacci 50, that's at 0.87864. And that should give us roughly some 22 pips, 20, 23 pips, thereabouts. And that's not bad for an early morning trade call. You know, if you're trading on 0.1, that would be $20 on the average. Which is on 0.01, that would be $2. Please don't exceed the lot size for your account. I always say, no matter always give me the signal, always practice your risk management, no matter what. All right, so that's that on the USD Now I'll take a look at the AUD USD. Now for the AUD USD, we're having a swing setup. Now this is the AUD USD on the weekly time frame. You can see that price closed last week on there's a support zone right there. And also there is the trend line that is going upwards. Price is making some higher lows and support. So technically, we're looking for an opportunity to buy. But this is going to be on the 4 hour. It's going to be a swing. So if we switch over to 4 hour time frame, this is what we have. We can draw our trend line right there and draw a second one right here. So we're going to be looking for a reversal breakout. Now, this is swing setup is to span the course of the week. So we're bullish on the AUD/USD on the 4 hour time frame for this week. And for USD card, I'm really anticipating a bearish movement on this instrument for the week. If you go to the daily time frame, this actually was giving us a vibe of a head and shoulder earlier, which will lead to a bearish breakout. But then if you look at it closer currently on 4 hour, you can clearly see that we have a rising wedge with a resistance zone up there. So if price does not break out above this resistance zone, we can still have that reversal. This is still giving us that head and shoulder. Sorry, I didn't draw that too well. This is still giving us a shoulder, a head, a second shoulder, and a drop. Now, the worst that will happen is that price will break out above that resistance zone, but it will touch the trend line up there, and it will still break out downward. So either ways we want to look at it, we still hold a bearish outlook on the USD card for the 4 hour time frame for this week. So we're bearish on the USD card. And I'll also look at the GBP JPY. Now, GBP JPY has been an instrument of interest in like almost, I think, a week thereabout now. But then we expect more volatility and more movement this week because of the way it closed last week, Friday. Now, there's the GBP/JPY on the weekly time frame. We have price trending up on the weekly time frame. And last week, Friday closed as a rejection candle. That's where we have the main interest. It closed as a rejection candle, which technically means we should be looking for a more bullish movement this week. So if we go over to the 4 hour, now we are seeing a pattern evolving here, which may give us something like an inverse head and shoulder, which will trigger a bullish movement. If you want to draw a trend line, maybe this way, but the trend line is not even the main thing. It's not really compulsory. The fact is that we're seeing what looks a lot like an inverse head and shoulder, and we have the neckline region here. So once price breaks out above that neckline, then we'll have a massive bullish breakout on the on the GBP JPY. So we're bullish on the GBP JPY for this week on 4 hour. And finally, we have the Euro JPY, which is having exactly the same kind of pattern as what we have on the GBP JPY. So it looks like the JPY PS wants to close 2024 on this long-term bullish breakout. So for the Euro JPY, you can see price is equally trending up on the weekly time frame. And last week, Friday closed also as a rejection candle, which is expected to trigger a bullish movement. So we'll switch down to 4 hour. Now, this one is not giving us a clear-cut inverse head and shoulder like we saw on the Euro JPY, but nonetheless, we're still anticipating that bullish breakout. Either way, is going to come. And we're seeing a minor resistance zone here where price is expected to break out for us to trigger a buy on the Euro JPY. So we're bullish also on the Euro JPY. All right, so that'll be all from my end this morning. I'll take a recap of the instruments I've analyzed. I said we're bullish on the AUD USD on 4 hour. We're bullish on the USD CHF on 1 hour. And that one I dropped a signal. And we're bullish on the USD CAD. Sorry, we're bearish on the USD CAD for 4 hour. We're bullish on the GBP JPY on 4 hour. And we're bullish on the Euro JPY on 4 hour time frame. All right, so these are the main instruments I've analyzed for us. Please take a close look at these instruments as you trade this week. Now, the essence of this analysis is to provide a guide, for you, so that when you're trading, you know what to trade. Though many times I say that people just ignore all these things that we take our time to analyze and trade instruments that are not trending, and they may end up in trouble doing so. So let your attention be more on these instruments that have been analyzed. Yours now, since we've done the analysis, the next thing you're looking out for is to make your entry, which can be done based on your own personal strategy, or if you follow how we trade, just to wait for the right time. See, when we analysis is not the same as a signal. Analysis comes before a signal. Sometimes it can even be more important than a signal because it gives you the clear direction of where you're going to go. Signal means that the trade is ready to be taken, like the USD CHF, that is ready to be taken. Other ones we've analyzed, they are not yet ready to be taken. So wait patiently for them, and trigger at the right time. But let your attention be more on these instruments that we have analyzed as a trade for the week. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of questions or requests here. Okay, Precious, Euro USD, Paul Obasi, Euro USD, and Chijioke, DXY. Okay, I think I'll start with the DXY, then I'll go to the Euro USD. All right, so this is the DXY. Now, earlier on, we had the DXY forming a head and shoulder on the daily time frame, this is what I was trying to say earlier when we started. It was expected to trigger a long-term bearish movement. But from the fallout of the NFP came out good. This other person misunderstood what I was saying. I was asking if was it good or bad. It came out good. But the data, let me pull it up so that we can see what we're trying to say. For those who traded NFP on Friday, it was all profitable, but it was a short-term movement. Okay, so this is Friday. This is NFP. All right. So this is the NFP. So you can see that the average hourly earning came out good for the dollar, and the unemployment rate came out bad for the dollar. So in the short term, the news went as expected. Personally, I had a bearish outlook on the dollar, and that's what happened. The USDCHF went bearish and sold. And those who took it when the signal was given, we made a lot of profit doing that. But later on, towards the end of day, because of this bullish outcome on the other two news events, the dollar started going in the bullish direction. That was later on towards the end of the day, around 4 5 p.m. or thereabouts. And that's why the day ended up with a rejection candle, which might push up. Now, if all the data had come out negative as the unemployment claims, then we'll have seen a massive bearish movement. But because in the short term, that unemployment claims was able to drive price downwards, and the bearish trades was triggered and people made profits in the short term. But then the day closed on the dollar index, just like what we saw on the USD CHF, trading, having a rejection candle from the previous resistance. This is a resistance turned support, and that is pushing price up. So two things will happen this week. It all depends on how the dollar is going to move. Price may take this place as a resistance. Price may hit that resistance level and reverse. Price may hit this resistance level and reverse downwards. That's possible. Or price may take this resistance level as the neckline of a double bottom and break it and continue going up. Those are the two possibilities that could happen on the dollar, both in the course of this week, which might span till the end of the year. Don't forget, we're already in December. So it may be a sustained trend. It all depends on how the market chooses to move. So with that being said, now I can now go to the Euro USD like others have inquired. Now for Euro USD, the Euro USD is always going opposite the direction of the dollar index. So you can see there's the same thing we found. Okay, there's no resistance here. Okay, I think there is. Yes. So you can see here we have a support turned resistance, which price could not break, and price is looking like it's going downwards. So price may move towards this new support level, you know. And if you flip it down to 1 hour time frame, now on 1 hour time frame, what is trying to form? Now we saw a head and shoulder, sorry, an inverse head and shoulder on USD CHF. Opposite of it is what? Opposite of it is what we're expected to see on the Euro USD. But then for me, it's not forming as expected. This is expected to form a clear-cut head and shoulder, but it's not forming it. That doesn't mean that it will not sell, but personally, I would rather stick with the USD CHF, which is an inverse head and shoulder, which is clearly formed. When you're looking at all these patterns, the one with the clearer pattern takes priority over the other one. That does not mean that one too will not work out, but I'd rather stick. This one is a very clear cut inverse head and shoulder, which I believe will trigger a bullish movement. So yeah, I would say Euro USD will likely be bearish, but I'll pay more attention to the USD CHF. So I believe that's a clear response to those who are asking about the Euro USD. Try and analyze for today's traders. So all the analysis, this Jamie, please mind how you talk on this platform. Okay. What we do on Mondays is weekly analysis, which is a view of what is to happen the week. And I've analyzed the USD CHF for today. I've given a signal for today. So, and other pairs, it will evolve in today and it will evolve later in the week. And there are different kind of traders. Everybody is not a day trader. There are scalpers, there are day traders, there are swing traders, and there are position traders. So it's not only day traders that we look out for. We cater for all forms of traders. So you are the one that knows which category you fall in. So I will encourage you to attend our physical training so that you can get an understanding of how the market really works. So I have just a few minutes left from the timer here. And Adebayo, if you have a specific question, maybe a specific instrument, then you post it. Others are posting the ones they want me to analyze, and I'm doing that for them. Okay, so I think that's fair enough. All right. Zico is asking me to check on BTC USD and Okere Precious on GBP USD. For GBP USD, it's working in the same direction as what we have on the Euro USD. And I think this one is still even a bit clearer than what we're having on the Euro USD. It's the same setup that we have on the others, you know. Okay, we don't have that rejection. We have the rejection candle strong, but then no previous resistance like the others. But then if you flip down to the 1 hour, we are seeing that we have a head and the shoulder. Price is retracing at the moment, but then it may continue going downwards. So for the person asking if you are on a sell already on GBP USD, I may say you can still hold on. What you are seeing currently is a retracement. Price is still expected to reverse backwards into a sell. So we have a head and shoulder and we have a rising wedge. So price is still expected to go downwards. And if that happens, using a Fibonacci tool, price is expected to target Fibonacci, at least get to Fibonacci 50, then you may target the next Fibonacci level as a take profit. And that's Fibonacci 61.8 at 1.26900. And that's currently some 35 pips away from where price is at the moment. And this is actually a day this setup. The thing is, it's not going to be right of me to give a sell on USDC, a buy on USDCHF, and a sell on GBUSD. No, that will be trading in the opposite. I know some will take a buy on USDCHF and take a sell on GBUSD. So I rather just pick one, and that's why I picked the USDCHF. So for the person asking about GBUSD, I will not encourage you to sell a GBP and buy a USDCHF. If GBP is what you want to take, that's like okay, precious, then stick with it. Don't do the others simultaneously. That may not work out to be nice. All right, I like this testimonial from Maud Bello. She's sorry, I don't know whether it's a male or female. So thank you so much, sir, for USDCHF since last week Monday. I hold on to my sell till Friday before taking partial profit. I'm still on it. Thank you so much, sir. You can see now that what we're doing makes a lot of, sense. People are benefiting from this. So the person that is asking drop for today, this person here, Maud Bello, is a swing trader who has held on to a trade since last week. So trade according to your personal style. See, I always tell my students, forex trading is a personal journey. We are not going to trade as in what I mean is that we belong to different categories. You may be a scalper and I may be a day trader, while the next person is a swing trader. So you trade according to what works for you as a person. So it's not a one-way thing for everybody. We will all hold our trades depending on how we have the capacity to hold it. All right, who else? So I've looked at GBP USD. Eruba, pardon me if I didn't pronounce your name well. Can we buy USDHF? Sure, now that means you joined us late. We've bought USDHF. That was the first thing I said when I started around 7:10. You can still buy it now and you can take the profit, based on what I posted in the groups or the one I posted in the comment section. Yes, you can still buy USDCHF. You can buy it. Okay, I think I've attended to all the questions that are here. So we're ending the analysis here. We'll make sure that the video is posted on the groups so that those who came late can check on it. All right, BTC USD. Sorry, that escaped my attention, Zico. And Madam Monaji, Euro CHF. I think I'll end with those two. I have just 3 minutes, less than 3 minutes to go. All right, so the bull run might suffer some setback. It all depends, but I will say what I'm seeing technically. There's a bull run on BTC. That's what I mean. So we have these two rejection candles on the 4-hour time frame from I think last week. So this might see price drop to the next support level, which is here. That's on the 4-hour. Let's go down to the 1-hour. No, sorry. I think we should. 1 hour is closer. Price is actually bound in a range. Price is currently ranging on the BTC USD. So we might see a movement upwards to the next resistance level, all things being equal, except there's a change in the market structure. That's what we're expecting. You can see we have a resistance up there and a support below. So we might see price go back up. So I hold a bullish outlook on this. And if you swing down to 15 minutes time frame, and that will work best if this turns out to be a double bottom. So whoever is asking should look closely. If it closes as a double bottom here, then we'll have a neckline. Then yeah, that will guarantee that price will break out in the upper direction. So just watch it closely and let's watch out for a reversal and a break of the neckline. Then we know that price will target the next resistance level. So I'm bullish on the BTC USD on 15 minutes. That's for the person asking about BTC. Then Madam Monaji is asking about Euro CHF. Euro CHF, actually the setup I think I analyzed this instrument a couple of weeks back. It's long-term bullish, but it's not moving. And when that happens, it's likely due to fundamentals. The fundamentals seems not to be supporting uh, the setup. But then that aside, price closed as on the support level. This is last week Friday. We have a rejection candle and a support. So we may be looking for a bullish movement this week. And please, I think we need to be very careful of this. CHF pairs can be funny like this because many times they don't have clear-cut fundamentals, except the USD CHF. But you need to be careful with most CHF pairs. But it may go bullish this week. And finally, somebody is asking about gold. All right, we have less than a minute to go. So I'll look briefly at gold and we'll close. Don't forget there's going to be CPI, I think on Wednesday. We'll be trading live just like the NFP. Make yourself available. And there'll be physical training at Abuja and Lagos office tomorrow, Tuesday, and Thursday. Make yourself available for